Hey guys, so today I want to do this quick little video here. I want to talk about why you would want to buy maybe the HTC One and why you perhaps would like to buy the Samsung Galaxy S4. So just to start off here, which side am I on? Well, I would say that it was very close call this time. I almost picked up the HTC One instead used that one as my main phone, but it did become the S4. And for me personally, the S4 is the guy, but I can totally understand for a lot of other people the HTC One is the boy to go with. So first of all, what is better with the HTC One? Well, the first thing that's better with the HTC One is the overall feel in terms of the material that it has. It's a phone that fully is made in aluminum, which is extremely nice. I mean, it's superb. It looks also extremely hot. It looks like a MacBook Pro phone. Because Apple usually use a lot of aluminum and stuff. So that's the first thing I do like about this phone. Now the second big thing what I do like about the HTC One here is the 6 sound here that they're calling like the boom sound. So you have 2 stereo speakers on the front side, and I mean really that is one of the killer features. If you really do use the speakers a lot, especially when you play games, when you use Spotify and stuff, you will get some amazing sound. You can't get like better on a phone. The HTC One really is the killer there. Yeah, if you continue on also in terms of the software, it is more smooth here than what you do get right now out of the box on the Samsung Galaxy S4, which is a little bit sad, definitely, but it is definitely smooth. You can see the app drawer here is a little bit different compared to what you would get on the Samsung Galaxy S4, but not super big change there. Also, you can see here when you use multitasking, you do have a lot more. You can see a lot more apps at the same time, which could also be pretty nice. Also, in terms of gaming, that the phone is not getting warm on just one of the sides, but it's getting warm on the whole back, but not super warm as the S4. So that could also be a nice little thing over there. Also in terms of storage, that you get the 32GB variant, it's 32GB of internal storage. Yes, I do know you have the SD card option on the S4, but if you want to play a lot of games, you can only install them on the internal storage. And then, of course, it's a little bit better here with the HTC One. It's a little bit cheaper. I know that the S4 should also come in a 64 and 32GB variant, but those are probably not going to be as mainstream, and I'm not really sure if you can pick one up at the moment, but you can pick it up, but then of course it will be a little bit more expensive. But you can only install games on the internal storage most of the time. And then also that the screen is a little bit more, usually shows a little bit more of a realistic colors. I do prefer though this one that has colors that looks insane, and then also, so that's the things I do like about the HTC One. What is it that I don't like about this device? Well, first of all, I don't like the HTC One's form factor. It's horrible, and it's one of the main reasons why I don't use this device. You can see when I hold the device right now, it's very hard to reach the power on button. You can see that you can't turn on the screen on the front side, which is very annoying for me, because usually I love to do that. But it's a little bit hard to reach this button, and I'm not really sure why. It doesn't even stick out, so that's very annoying for me. And then also what's very annoying here is that the sides are curved like a crazy boy. I mean, they're curved at the wrong way. They should be more curved like a nice edge, but they're curved like this. So when you hold your hand, it could almost be a little bit hard to use the volume up and down keys. That doesn't even point out too much, so could be a little bit hard to change the volume. Especially I feel that my hand is being on the upper side here, which is extremely annoying because the side is curved. I'm not sure how they were thinking. And then also this button look a little bit weird when you move it around. It feels like it's gonna break, but probably it won't be doing that. But that is a very big thing for me why I don't use the HTC One. If you compare against the Galaxy S4, has amazing form factor, curved awesome sides, everything's aligned perfectly. We have the power button here, instantly reach. Also, if I want to turn on the screen on the front side, over down there, I can do so. And I just find it extremely nice to just be able to do it like that. I mean, I use it all the times. And then also that the volume up and down keys is also perfectly aligned. Maybe they could have been a little bit lower here, but at least it's way better than what I would get on the HTC One. And also what I do like more here with the S4 is that the screen is, first of all, it looks unreal. I mean, look at this. It looks unreal. I mean, it's super, super good. It is so insanely awesome in terms of brightness, and it looks like cartoonish, and it's like great, and I love colors, and it's just awesome. I mean, the display is the best. And also that the display also is a little bit bigger here. It's a little bit bigger, which is superb. That the screen is a little bit bigger, 5-inch screen here versus only 4.7 inch here. This one is not even the same size as the Galaxy S3, and I'm a big boy. I mean, I wouldn't have the big stuff. So that the screen is bigger there, 5-inch is super amazing. And then also, if we continue on the camera, I mean, you do have this night mode, that this one should be better in the night, but you already have a night mode already inside of the S4, so why would you need that? So the problem with this one is, yes, they call 4 megapixel ultra pixel, but that produce horrible pictures when you take, it really produce horrible pictures when you zoom in. You see no details, and it's just horrible compared to 30 megapixels. This one has like 3 times pixels, and looks amazing when you can zoom in how much and see a ton of details on the S4. And I just like that feature, even though you maybe not zoom in that much, but I want to be able to do that. And then also, yes, you do have the cool Zoe feature, so if you take pictures during a whole day, your phone can make a move out of it, but I'm pretty sure you can fix different apps for that as well. And then if we continue on, one of the big thing here with the S4 also, which I think is more awesome, is that it already have a lot of toggles. The software feels a lot more polished, and that Samsung has a lot of their own apps and cool things like smart screen. A lot of people say it's gimmick features. Maybe they are. I'm probably not going to use many of them, but I do like it to see that a company is focusing a lot on the features also. But my main thing here is that in the notification center, I do have a ton of toggles here, where you don't even get a single toggle here in this little guy over here. Let's see, power saver off. So this one also seems to be controlling the display brightness sometimes, which I find a little bit annoying. Okay, now it's normal. But you have a ton of toggles here, quick toggles. You don't get any toggles here inside of the software, so software a lot better over here. So a ton of toggles here, and that is superb. There's probably an app to fix that also over here, but who want to play with apps like that? I mean, this should be kind of obvious. You should already be able to have those kind of features. I think that custom, be able to quickly adjust Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS and all that, and the rotation of the screen. You don't want to go into settings just to do simple things like that. And then also the cool thing here is that on the S4, yes, we can have some apps there that we can quickly launch on the HTC One, but on the S4 we can also add widgets here to our lock screen, which I find pretty awesome. So it's super awesome. And then also I think AirView is one of the best things, or one of the coolest new features in the Samsung Galaxy S4, that we can preview messages just by hovering over. Wait a sec. Yes, but you can preview messages just by going over. Okay, so let's continue on here. So when we go also into the settings area here, we do have a ton of features here that Samsung has pushed in here. S-Beam and the screen mirroring. They have their own kind of NFC payment. Of course, NFC is something that we do have on this one, but in terms of settings here, it is more organized, and you have the amazing AirView. You just look at how many features you do get inside of the AirView. Smart screen, what else? Motion and gestures. You do have air gestures, and you can see a ton of features here. You have motions. There's just a ton of features and cool things you can do with this device. It feels just more like you can play around, and it's more playful. I like when you have a lot of cool software features. So overall, I would say that the S4 is a tiny bit better here. The biggest reason why I don't pick the HTC One here, it definitely is the buttons and the form factor. It doesn't really feel to be 100%. And that the screen is a little bit smaller. I always want to have, every year I always want to have a bigger display. and that is something that Samsung is doing, always upgrading. And also that I can remove the battery here if I would. That's just something that Samsung is very unique on. And also that you do have an SD card storage. So I take a lot of pictures, like sometimes I have like 5,000 pictures, and then it could be good with the SD card storage, like a 64 gigabyte variant. Then you can put in a lot of pictures and don't make your phone lag, and that is superb, that is awesome, and that is one of the main reasons why I love Samsung. But the HTC One is still a killer device. I mean, it's good. Too bad though that for me personally, I don't value the sound super much. Usually I have my own headphones and stuff with my phone, so usually I don't have to have super good speakers on my phone. But if you play a lot out loud on the bus or something, maybe to annoy other people, maybe that's something that you value. But yeah, which one is your pick? And did I forgot to mention something? Yes, I don't like blink feed that HTC forces you to like connect your Facebook or see news stuff here. Maybe you don't want it, but then you can't remove it, or you can actually by using a different launcher. But I think that you should have the freedom to remove this if you would like, and that's not something you can do here with HTC, so they lock you down a little bit. Maybe not a super big thing, but I find it a little bit annoying. So quickly a video about that. Have a good day.